with the games being spread out all weekend over the course of college football week 1, we'll go ahead and split up our previews and projections for the overall week 1. This one going to be just the Thursday night action. We just have 2 games we're going to go over. We'll dive right into game number 1. It's number 25 Boise State on the road at USF. That game being played in Raymond James Stadium. It'll kick at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern this evening, and it will be Boise State, the number 25 team in the country, my pick to be the Group of 5 champion that represents the Group of 5 in the college football playoff. It's Boise -6, over under 52.5 for this one. The DCHI, the model that's been built by us to give us a neutral field power rater, has this as a very different contest. It actually has Boise State -1.5 on a neutral field, plus you account for the travel as well as what would be a somewhat of a home field advantage for USF, and it actually has USF as the favorite. A lot of value here, taking USF plus the 6. Again, the DCHI showing about a 7.5 point difference when you account for home field advantage of value versus the market. A couple things for Boise State. Maddox Matson is coming back as the starter. They bring back almost everybody on offense, losing Ashton Genty to the Las Vegas Raiders. And they're going to try to replace Ashton Genty by committee with Syer Gaines and Malik Sherrod. They do have a veteran wide receiver in Latrell Caples. That is a security blanket for Maddox Matson. So it'll just be dependent on what the weather looks like. Are we going to get any rain tonight at Raymond James Stadium? If there is rain, I like Boise State more because they'll be able to run the ball, play good defense. If it's a clear night to kick off college football season, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid. That's going to affect Boise State a little bit. They don't practice or play in those kind of environments often. So with USF, they've got Byrum Brown returning from an injury. He will start tonight. Alex Golish on offense, the offensive coordinator. They play with a lot of tempo, so it's an opportunity to maybe minimize the impact the running game for Boise State's going to have on the overall time of possession. And they've got an experienced offensive line up front. I actually like, and I agree with the DCHI, we're going to go with USF plus the 6. And if you want to sprinkle in some money line, you can. I'm actually going to stay on the side with the points. So give me USF plus the 6. The other game that we have going on this evening is the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Cincinnati Bearcats playing a neutral site game at Arrowhead Stadium. That one's going to be a 8 p.m. Central Time kick this evening, and looking forward to this one. I've been high on Nebraska all offseason. Nebraska -6.5. The DCHI has Nebraska -8.5. I agree. I think this line's a little confusing, not crossing the key number of 7. I like Nebraska a lot. A couple of things about Nebraska. Dylan Raiola steps into his second year after his freshman year struggles last year, getting his bumps along the way. Dana Holgerson now a full offseason to implement his offense as he came in as the offensive coordinator late last season. He will have that offense, I imagine, humming. Dane Key comes in as a transfer from Kentucky as an elite wide receiver threat that could potentially stretch defenses on the offensive side of the football. And Nebraska, while replacing a lot of starters on the defensive side, I think they're going to be that typical Nebraska black shirt style defense this year. I think the offense is going to be very high powered. Cincinnati, Brendan Sorsby from Indiana transfer is going to be the quarterback. He is mobile and does have a live arm. That does scare me somewhat. Anytime you have to face a quarterback that can impact the game with his feet, I think that can be problematic when you deal with that at the college level. A Wisconsin transfer to Cincinnati, Tawee Walker, is going to be the running back in the backfield for Cincinnati. I think that Cincinnati is going to struggle to move the ball early. It's going to be how much can Sorsby impact the game on third down with his legs? Can he keep Cincinnati's offense on the field? If so, there's a potential that this game's close late, but I'm very high on Nebraska. I'm going to agree with the DCHI. We're going to go Nebraska minus the 6.5. I think Nebraska could potentially win this game by 2 scores and maybe more as Nebraska tries to set the tone in Matt Rule's 3rd year as the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers program. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, as more people subscribe to the channel, that's how we build a big community around college football. That's what college football is meant to do. Build a community, have passionate fan bases about your specific team, and discuss it as we discuss everything for each week as we go through the college football season. Thank you for joining me once again, and we will bring out the rest of Week 1's previews and picks in our next episode.